Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School, where tonight the Uniontown Red Raiders will take on the Belle Vernon Leopards. Tony Hanula here with Josh Scully, and we'll let Josh. Thanks for coming by, brother. We weren't sure if you were going to make it or not.
I am glad to be here, Tony, as always. Going to have an exciting game tonight. This is a first and second place showdown, and a game that I think has a lot on the line for both teams. It's a statement game for Belle Vernon, and it's a get-back-on-track game for Uniontown after last week.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Billy and I talked about prior to the game. You know, Uniontown was on that 14-0 run to start, but have lost 2 of the last 3 games, and just one of those things. And, you know, it could be a big deal tonight, though, because it looks like Calvin Winfrey's going to get the start for Uniontown, and that's going to be a big lift for the Red Raiders.
Oh, absolutely, Tony. I think having him back in the lineup will be a big difference maker, and I think he just helps with the overall chemistry of this team in a very special way. And we saw some of that, too, in the game they played over the weekend. His absence, I think, was felt in multiple layers of the game. So when you get him back, you're not only adding those points back to the lineup, but you're adding everything else he brings to this team back.
I definitely agree with that, and I think that when he comes in, like I said, he's a little rested up. He did not go through those 4 games last week, and just hopefully that ankle's ready to go and we're okay.
The pregame show being brought to you tonight by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. We're just about 3 minutes removed away from tip-off. And, Tony, I think we're finally ready to share our starting lineups tonight. The starting lineups are being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care for our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams tonight. Tony, who do we see on the court to begin this one?
All right, for the Uniontown Red Raiders tonight, they come in 15-2 overall, 6-0 in Section 3-4A play. Their head coach, Mr. Rob Kazmarski, assistant coach, Ware Gladman. Their starters for tonight will be number 00, Notorious Grooms, a 5'10 junior guard. Number 1, Jeremiah Hager, a 6'3 senior forward. As we mentioned, number 2, Calvin Winfrey, the 6-foot junior guard, getting the start tonight. Number 4, Kadrian McLeod, a 6'6 senior forward. And number 34, Jameer Braxton, a 6'2 senior guard, who went over the 1,000-point barrier on Friday night against Albert Gallatin. For the Belle Vernon Leopards, who come in 9-5 overall, they're 4-2 in Section 3-4A play. Their head coach, Mr. Joe Salvino, he's in his 6th year here at Belle Vernon. His starters for tonight will be number 1, Curtis Wade, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 2, Zion Moore, a 6'3 junior guard. Number 3, Trevor Kovach, a 5'8 junior guard. Number 4, Alonzo Wade, a 6'3 junior guard. And number 11, Tommy Davis, the 6'6 freshman forward, getting the start tonight for the Leopards.
And, Tony, we remember this Leopards team from last year. A couple of these players on the Leopards side, a couple of difference makers, were on this team last year. The Leopards had a nice run last year, a strong team, a good coach, and I think they're going to give the Red Raiders a great game tonight. Although, Tony, of course, we're looking for the Uniontown Red Raiders to get back on track in decisive fashion tonight and get ready for playoff form here in Belle Vernon.
Well, always a tough place to play, Josh. You know, when you come down in the Valley, it's always a tough place to play, and I know the Red Raiders and the Belle Vernon Leopards have played a number of good games down here, and I would expect that we're going to see kind of the same thing tonight. I doubt very much if it's going to be that 30-point blowout like we saw when Uniontown played at home against these Leopards.
And at this point, we're going to prepare ourselves now for just about a minute from tip-off as the teams are coming out onto the floor. The C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network will continue here on WMBS 590 AM in about 60 seconds.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Agent Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158. And more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been helping injured people in Fayette County for over 45 years. If you've been injured and you need an attorney, call today. One of our 6 attorneys will come and meet with you if your situation is such that you can't come to us. We will not rest until we get the maximum amount of money for you that you deserve. I'm Attorney James Davis, and I will fight for you. Call me today at 724-437-2799.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Section play. By head coach Joe Salvino, assisted by...
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School. We are just seconds away from tip-off. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Belle Vernon Leopards here in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, not far from the mighty banks of the Monongahela. The Belle Vernon Leopards are going to look to improve upon a 4-2 conference record. They are hosting the Uniontown Red Raiders, who are undefeated in the conference. The Uniontown Red Raiders tonight are in their maroon uniform, white number and white trim. The Belle Vernon Leopards in their white uniform, green number and green trim. Uniontown will work right to left and Belle Vernon left to right. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Joshua Scully alongside Tony Anula, and we are very excited to bring you all of the action from this one. A statement game either way, no matter how you shake it out. We want to thank our pregame sponsor one more time, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, who got us ready for this game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Also, our live video stream tonight of the high school basketball game here at Uniontown at Belle Vernon, courtesy of attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP and Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza. Tony, we're ready to get this one underway. We're expecting the very best from both teams.
I would agree with you, Josh. I think we're going to see a really good ball game here tonight. I'm excited myself. And like I said, you got to figure that these Leopards have a little bit of revenge on their mind. Like I said, losing by 30 at Uniontown.
Uniontown wins the jump. The ball goes right to Calvin Winfrey on the pass. Calvin off the back of the rim on the three-point look. Rebound pulled down by number 11, Tommy Davis. And handling point here, Zion Moore, the dangerous Zion Moore. He moves it our way to Alonzo Wade. Wade off the wing. Give and go back to Moore. Ball is stolen. It's Notorious Grooms. 0-0 for Uniontown. He's going to dribble to the near wing. Top of the key now, Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey's going to dribble away from everybody. Takes it way outside, far sideline. Wants to go with the handoff to Braxton on the far sideline, and we're going to have a foul call, our first foul of the evening, and that one's going to be called against number 4, Alonzo Wade, the 6'3 junior guard for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Jameer Braxton will step out on the far sideline. He's going to send this one in front of the Belle Vernon section. It's a big pass, almost all the way back to the Leopards basket. Calvin Winfrey has it. Calvin across the timeline. He's matched up here against number 3, Trevor Kovac. Ball goes up top. Kadri McGlee now a little handoff to Braxton. Braxton wants to go reverse in the layup. He's blocked by Davis. Ball now with Zion Moore. Zion Moore across the timeline. Big pass ahead, and it's Alonzo Wade laying in a bucket. And the Leopards go up top 2-0 here on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Calvin Winfrey looking to get the Red Raiders to answer right back. Screen from McGlee, gets Kovac. Winfrey comes up shooting off the screen. Jump shot no good. Rebound goes Alonzo Wade. Wade moves it our way now. Zion Moore across the timeline. Winfrey right here with him. Davis with a screen, but good coverage and good help defense. Pass now to number 1 for Belle Vernon. This is Curtis Wade. He shoots the baby jumper for 2, and it's 4-0. Ball back to Calvin Winfrey. Waiting for Winfrey again is Kovac. Kovac ready to move with him. Kovac has a finger taped up, possibly an injury there. Ball goes to McGlee, top of the key. Now back to Braxton. Braxton cut off at the middle peg. Little turnaround. Won't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound. And inside, he appeared momentarily to be blocked by Tommy Davis, but instead we're going to have a foul called against Davis. And Braxton will be going to the foul line for Uniontown, and an opportunity here to get the Red Raiders on the scoreboard, Tony.
Yeah, Braxton, a 79% foul shooter on the year. Came in averaging 19.6 points a game, and a good job there to follow his shot and get his own rebound.
First shot from Braxton is good. Braxton, the 6'2 senior guard, does a lot of the between the tackles work, if you like the football reference, work for this Red Raider team. The second shot also good. Ball going to be sent in by Wade to Moore, to Kovac. Kovac far sideline trying to beat the press, back to Moore. Now Wade fires a pass to the middle of the court to Davis, so the Leopards are across. They got Kovac on the far sideline. On the drive, he's blocked by Kadri McGlee. Braxton with the basketball, full head of steam. Little pass ahead to Grooms, and one more to Winfrey. Winfrey pulls down a baseline jumper, tries to float one up, no good. And the rebound is going to be pulled down by Curtis Wade. He feeds it ahead to Kovac. Kovac wants the 3 off of our wing, and it rattles in. And that gets the Belle Vernon cheerleaders off their feet. It's 7-2 here in the early stages. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Driving the other way, Notorious Grooms. He goes up for 2, made that look easy over the top of 2 Belle Vernon defenders. And we nearly have a miscue here on the inbound pass following the bucket, but the ball goes to Kovac. Now it's a big pass across the court. Alonzo Wade on the far wing. Now he's got the baseline, and he's going to be pushed. Nearly stepped out of bounds on his own, but we will have a push call.
It's going to be on Braxton. It's going to be his first, team first here in this first quarter.
Sending this one in off the baseline. will be the Leopards' number 4, Alonzo Wade. Wade's going to wait for the play to break. Thought about Curtis Wade. Decides instead to go to Zion Moore. Then the ball comes back to Wade, who had stepped in the far corner. Wade working against Braxton. Braxton picks his pocket, but Wade saves it. Kicks it over to Kovac for 3. And this one is nothing but the bottom of the net. 10-4. And the Red Raiders now with the basketball coming the other way down 6. Notorious Grooms across the timeline. Grooms going to wait for the play to develop. Now he's directing some teammates around. Ball goes to Hager on the far wing. Hager, a little drive left. Back inside to Kadrian McGlee, and McGlee up for 2. The Red Raiders again getting a basket that looks very easy there. Kovac in the middle of the floor, moves it far side. Curtis Wade for 3, no good. Easy rebound for Hager. Hager pulls this one down, moves it ahead to Grooms, far sideline. Grooms working against Curtis Wade. Grooms going to take his time here now. Almost thought about the handoff to Braxton. Saves a loose ball. Gets it to Braxton anyway. And now the ball is going to roll away from Braxton, and it's picked up by Zion Moore. Moore, one pass ahead to Kovac. He's got the hot hand. Fakes a shot and makes a shot. And it's a 3 off the wing. Look out. Trevor Kovac, the 5'8 junior guard. Now Notorious Grooms trying to answer it on this side. His 3 comes up short. It is 13-6. Leopards basketball. Zion Moore, one pass ahead to Curtis Wade. Wade dribbles in. He's blocked by Kadrian McGlee. The ball goes to Braxton. Braxton, little crossover here to make some space. He goes up for 2. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Second chance points for Braxton. He created his own. Ball comes in from Alonzo Wade. Curtis Winfrey right with Zion Moore. Ball goes back to Wade. Wade a little unsure with it. He moves it ahead to his brother Curtis. Curtis back to Alonzo. Alonzo matched up against Jeremiah Hager. Hager's ready for him, trying to force him right. And Wade will go right up, and he's blocked. No doubt block on that one, Tony. Kadrian McGlee got every part of that basketball.
Well, the 3rd block of the night for Kadrian McGlee in this first quarter, and he came in averaging 4 blocks, but right there just swatted it out. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it in bounds for the Red Raiders to try to fast break off of it.
Kellen Milsom checks in for Uniontown. Hager going to get a little breather. The Leopards nearly with a turnover on the inbound pass, but they save it. Zion Moore staring down Calvin Winfrey. Here comes Davis to screen. Davis will screen. Pull-up jumper, and it's good from Zion Moore. And Moore, a little pushing and shoving here with Calvin Winfrey, who has been in his shadow so far in this contest. Braxton across the timeline now. Alonzo Wade waits for him. Braxton's waiting for a screen. He's going to get it. Now he wants the 3 ball. The 3 is just off the mark, and the rebound is pulled down by Zion Moore. Moore off to the races. Crossover. Top of the key 3. No good. Rebound. Braxton for Uniontown. Coming the other way. Full speed ahead. Notorious Grooms. Big pass over. Calvin Winfrey now look inside to Milsom. Milsom's got a good spot, and he's got a good bucket off the near block for 2 more. And it's 15-10 now in favor of the Leopards. Here's a pass to Wade. Ahead to his younger brother Curtis. Curtis through traffic to Kovac. Kovac is going to be pushed before the drive. And Tony, with how hot Kovac has been, you can't help but step out on him and at least put a hand in his face. This time we get called for a foul here, does Kellen Milsom.
I agree with you, and I thought right there he was going to try to load up that 3 again. He's knocked down 3 of them already, but good defense there by Milsom. Nice move by Kovac and able to draw the foul on the drive to the baseline. That's going to be a travel.
A good inbound play by Belle Vernon to get the ball to their big man, the 6'6 freshman forward, Tommy Davis. But Davis travels before he lays it in. Score's going to stay 15-10, a high-scoring game. But what else would you expect? These two teams are the 1st and 3rd leading scoring teams in the points for category in the conference. Here's Grooms on the wing. Fires one up top. Milsom wants to drive. Instead, he's going to pop it out to Winfrey. Winfrey gets out of trouble away from Kovac. Now he looks at Grooms in the lane. Grooms for 2. And Notorious again, making it look easy once he gets the ball inside. Pass ahead here to Kovac, and Kovac gets an open 3 look. This one off the mark, and it's a rebound for Notorious Grooms off the hands of Braxton. Grooms a crossover to beat Kovac. Now he comes our way to Winfrey. Winfrey drives to the middle peg. Jumper rolls out. Rebound goes to Kovac. 2:22 to play in the first quarter. Zion Moore will run point here. Waiting for him now will be Milsom. And Moore going to drive the lane, and he is blocked without a shadow of a doubt. That one landed in the Monongahela, Tony. Kadrian McGlee is having a field day. He is putting on a clinic in the paint tonight.
His 4th block, and again, good defense there. Going strong to the basket, but McGlee just showing that athletic leaping ability and doing everything he could to throw that out.
Calvin Winfrey going to get a break here. And checking in for Uniontown will be number 11, Isaac Ellsworth, the dangerous outside shooter. Ball comes into Moore. Moore wants to make his own shot. He won't have it. The ball is going to carom off of 2 players, Grooms and Wade, Curtis Wade. But the baseline official says it hit Grooms last. And so it will stay with the Leopards. Jeremiah Hager going to check back in for Uniontown. Kadrian McGlee going to get a breather here. Kadrian McGlee working on that double-double, maybe even a triple-double, and he's getting the hard stats first, Tony. He's not playing around tonight.
No, he's not. We'll go back old school. Call him the human eraser like Marvin Webster way back in the day.
He's been incredible so far. Pass inside here to Davis, now working against Hager, and Davis goes over top for 2. 17-12. Pass to Braxton, back to Grooms. Grooms going to handle point here. The double zeros cross the timeline. Waiting for him, number 1, Curtis Wade. Screen here from Hager. Good help defense by the Leopards. Ball goes back to Hager. Hager wants to drive, and he is fouled badly by Tommy Davis, and some good sportsmanship there from Curtis Wade. Curtis Wade, the first man over to get Hager back on his feet.
That's a big foul, though. That's Davis' second foul, and Davis had a huge breakout game against Southmoreland, scored 27 points and 12 rebounds, and had 4 blocks in that game. So losing him right now, and he's playing really good basketball for him, that could be a big blow here for the Leopards.
No question about that. Southmoreland, one of those teams in this conference who are still in the mix, very much so. Hager misses the first shot. We're going to see a substitution here.
Dane
Doherty is going to check in. Number 14 for the Belle Vernon Leopards, the 6'3 sophomore forward.
Yeah, just making a note of it. 1:39 at the first quarter whenever Davis had to take that seat.
Second foul shot is good. Ball in the hands of Alonzo Wade. He goes Kovac, and a big floating pass is going to touch Grooms and Moore, but it's off of Moore's hands last, and Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski making sure the sideline official knew that touched Zion Moore last on the way out. 1:30 to play here in quarter number 1. Here's Isaac Ellsworth for 3. This one's going to bounce out. Rebound goes to Kovac. Kovac pulls it down, wants to go ahead, but this one is deflected away by Ellsworth.
Yeah, Coach Salvino was looking for a call against Grooms, saying he grabbed him by the neck, but I don't think it happened here. Thought he went for the block, and that was it.
Pass going to go to Moore. Zion Moore casually across the timeline, hands one off to Alonzo Wade. Wade staring down Braxton, wants to drive to his left, goes up over top, no good. Off the front of the rim, strong rebound here, Notorious Grooms. Grooms going to set the pace and the tone across the timeline, 100 miles an hour. Big pass to Ellsworth, 3 out of the corner, just off the mark. Rebound tipped by Braxton, going to be pulled down. Sorry, that was Milsom on the 3. And it's Isaac Ellsworth who actually corralled the rebound and gets it to Jeremiah Hager, and Hager knocks down the 3. It's 17-16. Now the Leopards moving it the other way. Ball with Curtis Wade, and we're going to have a whistle here as Wade drives through. It looks like it's going to be a foul against the Uniontown Red Raiders.
I think it's going to be on Hager. Thought it was actually going to be on Ellsworth there for a minute, but it's gone Hager, so he picks up his first, only the team's second foul in this quarter.
Big pass out to Zion Moore on our wing. Moore drives to high post, puts one up off the glass. It's good. And the dangerous Zion Moore continues to be dangerous here. 19-16, 33 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Grooms waiting for a screen from Hager. Ball's going to come back to Hager off the pop. Following the screen, 3 is no good. It's an easy rebound for Alonzo Wade. Ball moves ahead there to Zion Moore. Moore back to Wade. Wade taking his time, 15 seconds on the clock. Braxton right with him as they move in unison. Wade tries to go handoff to Moore. He gets it there, nearly has the little handoff stolen. Moore does have that pass stolen. It's Notorious Grooms with 5 seconds ahead to Braxton through the paint. And Braxton can't get it to go with 1.9 seconds remaining, but he is fouled.
I think that's going to be on Kovac on the reach, and it is. So Trevor Kovac picks up his first foul. Team's fourth of the quarter, but more importantly, Braxton was in the act of shooting, so he's going to go to the line.
1.9 seconds to play here in quarter number 1 at Belle Vernon Area High School. Braxton on the way with the first one. It's good. 19-17. This is a statement game either way for these two teams. What a win it could be for the Leopards, but for Uniontown, you just want to show you are always the top dog. Rebound goes to number 10, and it's put right back up at the buzzer. Milsom, great heads-up play by Kellen Milsom, and it's a tie ball game, 19-19 on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WNBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get that's 724-438-9835, or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School. We want to thank our live stream sponsor again, attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP and Shop and Save Walnut Hill Plaza. Ball comes in here to begin period number 2, and it's with Trevor Kovach. Kovach makes a nice move to beat Grooms, goes all the way through the paint, and he's going to lay in a quick 2 to get the Leopards back in front, 21-19. Now Calvin Winfrey coming the other way for Uniontown here in the early stages of period number 2 with the Leopards leading by 2. Winfrey going to keep it way out by the timeline, let this one develop. He moves it to Grooms on the far wing. Grooms wants to try his hand at it to the right, but he gets too far under the basket. No good on the shot. The outlet pass, though, is over top of number 3, Trevor Kovach. And it's going to be a turnover, and the Uniontown Red Raiders here will have a second crack at that possession.
Yeah, Davis back in too with 2 fouls, so don't be surprised if the Red Raiders go right at him, try to pick up number 3.
And that may be what they're thinking right now. Ball briefly in the hands of McGlee. McGlee goes to Braxton. Braxton saves a momentary loose ball to Hager inside. Now a baseline pass to Calvin Winfrey for 3. This one's no good, and it's a rebound by Zion Moore. Zion Moore working against Winfrey yet again. Top of the key pass to Curtis Wade. Now up top to Alonzo Wade. Wade's way out there near the Leopard logo. He's going to drive to the far wing. Braxton with him every step of the way once again. Wade nearly loses the ball to Braxton. Now he goes to Davis, the big man. Davis going to pivot around, defers to Kovach. Kovach brings it back up top. The Leopards in no hurry here. They move it over to Alonzo Wade. Wade's going to work top of the key against Braxton. Spins middle of the paint. Goes up. No good. And the rebound is between McGlee and Davis. It goes off of Davis's body. And it's Uniontown basketball. 21-19 still your score. 6:37 to play here on WNBS. We're at Belle Vernon Area High School. Pass ahead to Hager, and Hager is going to bury another 3 for the Uniontown Red Raiders. And the Red Raiders have got a lead. Mark it down, 6:28. We'd like to say Uniontown never trailed again. They're ahead 22-21. Zion Moore going to see if he can't change that. He's thinking about a 3. Goes inside to Davis. Davis goes up, and the Leopards get the lead right back. Easy 2 in the paint. Davis up with a good-looking shot off the glass. The other way for Uniontown now. Calvin Winfrey takes the baby jumper from the paint. Uncontested. And the Uniontown Red Raiders are ahead 24-23. Here's Zion Moore. Calvin Winfrey, his escort, moving step for step. Moore wants to drive, runs into Kadrian McGlee, waits for McGlee to come down, and goes up off the glass on the late clutch, and he gets 2. 25-24. Punch and counter punch here between Belle Vernon and Uniontown. Calvin Winfrey, top of the key, moves it far wing to Grooms. Grooms dribbles through to Hager. Hager from the wing, and Jeremiah Hager knocks down another 3. We had the McGlee blocking clinic, and bring your children one and all now for the 3-point shootout. Courtesy Jeremiah Hager. Pass here, top of the key to Tommy Davis. Little pass back out to Moore. Moore goes to Kovach. Kovach, nice fake, wants to go Davis inside. Kovach and Davis nearly lose the basketball as it bounces between them. Ball back with Zion Moore. Top of the key, and the 3 bounces out. And we're going to have a foul inside on the rebound effort. Curtis Wade is going to get a piece of somebody here.
Yeah, Wade, it looked like he pushed Jameer Braxton from behind as Braxton went up for that rebound, so that's his first foul.
The Leopards want to give a little bit of pressure here. Notorious Grooms with Curtis Wade in retreat. Grooms goes ahead to Hager. Hager wants 3 more. This one's off the side of the rim, no good. And the rebound is momentarily had by Zion Moore, then poked out by Kadrian McGlee. Ball goes across the baseline, though, so it will go back to the Leopards. Kovac steps out. He bounces this one in to Zion Moore. Zion Moore. Pass over the timeline to Alonzo Wade. One more to Kovac in the corner. Now high post to Davis. Davis does the pivot around, sees everyone, decides to go to Alonzo Wade. Wade, one more over to Curtis Wade. Alonzo to Curtis. Curtis going to come our way towards Zion Moore. Moore working against Winfrey. Winfrey right there with him before the shot. No, correction. They're going to count that shot, Tony. Wow.
Whoa. Talk about a little NBA continuation there. I thought that ball was here on the block on Winfrey, but he's going to pick up his first foul, and they gave Moore the basket. Robbie questioning the call as well, but I don't think he's going to get very far with it.
Incredible and unfortunate for Calvin Winfrey, who was there step for step. It's bad enough he had the foul called against him. Now Moore gets the bucket and the free throw that comes after it to put the Leopards ahead 28-27. Checking in for Belle Vernon here will be number 5, Dominic Galani. Galani, the 6-foot junior guard. Ball comes into Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey going to defer to Grooms before the timeline. Grooms gets across, and he's going to work off the far wing. Nice move to the bucket. Grooms up for 2, no good. The rebound is ripped down by Kadrian McGlee with authority. He goes top of the key to Braxton. Braxton puts up a floater, no good. It's another Uniontown rebound by Jeremiah Hager. He fires a pass out to Grooms. Grooms on the jumper. It rolls out. Unbelievable. Alonzo Wade now with the rebound for the Leopards. 4:07 to play here in the second quarter. Wade going to look for a screen, decides against it, going to take it himself, backs himself into the paint, defers to Davis. Davis up for 2, no good. It's a rebound for Braxton, and waiting for the ball on the other side, Notorious Grooms, who puts Uniontown back in front by a point. Good looking play there, good heads up pass by Braxton. Here's now Zion Moore. Moore right in front of the Uniontown bench. Floats a pass over to Wade, a big floating pass into Davis now, high post. Davis spins around, looks for a target, goes to Moore. Moore, wing 3, no good. And the rebound, I believe, is going to go between Hager and the newly checked in Dominic Galani, and it's going to go to Uniontown off Galani last.
Hager going to take a little breather. He's got 10 points on the night, 3 made threes. So good start to the game for Jeremiah Hager.
Uniontown now going to try to continue that good start. Here's the top of the key pass to McGlee. Goes right back to Winfrey. Winfrey up. Layup won't go. Rebound goes to Tommy Davis. He's going to move it over to Wade. Big pass ahead down the far sideline now. Zion Moore. Moore thought about going to Davis. Thought better of it. Instead, he's going to move it to Wade. Far sideline. Drive toward the far block. No good off the glass. Rebound saved by McGlee. Grooms has it. Grooms going to lead the charge. 3-on-2. Goes to Braxton. Our corner for 3. No good. This rebound bounces between a few players and is eventually secured by Wade. Wade to Kovac. Kovac now going to work off the far wing to Wade. Little handoff pass. Braxton there with Wade. Grooms going to stay with Kovac. Pass in the paint to Zion Moore, and Moore is going to get 2, and he's fouled by McGlee. He had a step on Kellen Milsom, and just barely a step, but he made it count. Zion Moore will be going back to the foul line, Tony, with 2:44 to play, and the Leopards once again have the lead.
Well, and Moore just with a strong move there and able to go up right against Kadrian McGlee. McGlee came down a little bit with the body on him, but now Moore with a chance. He's got 11 here tonight so far, 7 in this quarter.
Moore good on the shot. Now he has a dozen. McGlee lifts this one in to Winfrey. Winfrey across the timeline. Kovac awaits. Winfrey going to move away from us. Far right-hand side goes to Grooms on the sideline. This game has been everything you want and more. Grooms now to Winfrey in the corner. Back to Grooms. Little give and go off the wing. He fires a pass over to Milsom for 3. It rolls out. Rebound, Kadrian McGlee. McGlee draws a lot of contact. No call. Gets it back to Grooms. Grooms from the wing. 3 no good. Rebound, Braxton. Braxton not afraid to make some contact and makes it count. He sends Alonzo Wade to the floor. Then he lays in 2. It's 31 all.
Thought he might have got called for an offensive foul, but I thought it might have been a little bit of a flop as well on Wade.
I thought the same thing, Tony. Wade went down pretty willingly there. Ball goes up top to Zion Moore. Moore with Calvin Winfrey step for step. Moore wants to drive, decides against it. Goes to the wing. Galani back up top to Kovac. Now a quick one inside to Davis. Davis v. McGlee inside. McGlee will have none of that. But unfortunately, Belle Vernon's going to get the rebound. They missed the putback, though, so a great stop by Uniontown, Tony. The Leopards had a couple of quick looks inside, open shots. None of them go. Calvin Winfrey now baseline drive, wants to wrap around, can't get it. McGlee going to get his own rebound 2 times. He misses the first putback. He gets the second with 1:30 to go. Uniontown ahead by 2. Now Alonzo Wade. He's going to send Davis in motion across the baseline. Braxton between Wade and the bucket. Here comes Kovac, but then Kovac will cycle through, staying close. Zion Moore. Pass goes to Moore. Moore against Winfrey. Moore looking for space. Winfrey. Wow. Winfrey was right where you needed him to be. Moore just floats one up over top of everybody, and he drops it right in the bucket. Now here's Grooms on our side. Off the baseline to Milsom. Milsom on the drive. He's blocked by Wade. McGlee with the ball. He kicks it out to Braxton. Braxton going to take the baseline jumper. It's no good, but the foul is on Alonzo Wade, who really covered a lot of ground there and just could not stop his momentum. He gets a piece of Braxton.
The referees are going to meet here and see what happens.
Alonzo Wade definitely not pleased with that call. Does not believe there should have been a foul called there. And the officials will confer, and there will be 2 shots here. It is against Wade with the hit.
That's going to be his second foul.
Braxton with a chance to break the tie here for Uniontown. From the foul line. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Belle Vernon Area High School. First shot is good. Checking in, Curtis Wade. Braxton with a chance to put Uniontown ahead by 2 with 56 seconds to play in this half.
I'm sorry, you're going to have Galani check out now. Wade coming back in.
Braxton gets this one to bounce in, and we may have a timeout here. No, correction, we're going to have a substitution.
No timeouts called here in this first half yet. Pretty quick game.
They're ready to save them all, Tony. They're both ready for that big second half. Dane Daughtry checking back in for the Leopards. Kovac with 50 seconds, and Milsom waiting. Kovac wants a quick drive, goes up off the glass, no good. And the rebound's going to go to Grooms. Grooms now off to the races. Pops a pass out to Winfrey. Winfrey from the sideline on the 3, no good. Grooms nearly had the rebound. It's knocked away by Moore. It's going to stay with Uniontown. Plenty of time here, 36 seconds.
Well, if you're Uniontown, do you hold for the last shot?
And Isaac Ellsworth, one of the outside shooters for this Uniontown team, and a good one. The 5'10 sophomore guard checks in. He takes a place on the near side elbow. Pass goes to Braxton. Braxton sees a lane, takes it, floats one up, no good. And we're going to have a foul called here against Uniontown, and it looks like it's against Braxton.
It's definitely going to be on Braxton. Swipe to try to get his own rebound. And he's going to pick up his second foul here with 31.9 seconds to go.
Alonzo Wade sends this one into Zion Moore. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Uniontown leads 35-33. Moore across the timeline, and he's going to take his time. He bounces it over to Wade. Alonzo Wade looking for help. He's going to get it from his brother, Curtis, to Kovac up top. 13 seconds on the clock. Pass to Moore. Kicked around. Now a couple of players tied up. And it looks like, Tony, we're going to have a foul call. I thought we were going to get a jump ball.
I did too, and it's going to be on Braxton, and that's a huge foul. That's his third foul. And you're right, I thought it was going to be a tie-up as well, Josh, but now they're going to have to take Braxton out and put Hager in for the last 10 seconds of this half.
Hager does check in, and he takes himself a spot right on the baseline where he is going to stare down Alonzo Wade. Wade to Moore on the baseline. Moore cut off by Winfrey. Moore back to the corner, cut off by Winfrey again. Moore trying to find space, going to float one up over Winfrey's head, and it goes in. And Notorious Grooms fires a shot. He's going to catch the screen that would separate the gym for gym class. And we played a first half here that has been everything we've wanted and more. 35-35 here on 590 AM WMBS at Belle Vernon Area High School. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
To Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from 7-time President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Dom, is it true we have over 90 pre-owned vehicles on the lot? John, we have more. Listen to this. All 2023 F-150s have 1.9% for up to 72 months. That's right. XLs, XLTs, Lariats, all models except for Raptor. And get this, Ford has a huge push on all 2023 SUVs with great rates on Escape, Edge, Bronco Sport, and don't forget the Explorer and Expedition. Stop, click, or call for complete details. Remember, we still offer online maintenance appointments and no-charge pickup and delivery to your work and home. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Must finance the Ford Motor Credit. Not all buyers will qualify.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their Uniontown office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignment, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement. And their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dual-wheel trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions was originated. The new state-of-the-art facility at Target Safety Solutions is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick and Mike are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at 724-562-2960. That's 724-562-2960 for Target Safety Solutions, located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula. Tony, I'm really enjoying this halftime game that's happening here. I was just imagining what it would sound like if you and I were broadcasting this roll the ball at the rubber duck contest that's going on here at Belle Vernon Area High School right now. Really neat to see that, and good luck to everyone who is participating. Our halftime show, of course, brought to you by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, and we want to share now our halftime stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Tony, that first half was everything anyone, whether you be listening at home, watching at home, or here, the paid ticket holders, that game was everything you wanted it to be in the first half.
I definitely agree, and that's what we said. It was going to be a little bit different down here than that 30-point blowout that Uniontown put on the Leopards in Uniontown. You got to figure they're coming out for revenge. And again, we said earlier they played some pretty good basketball over the last couple of weeks, and they know too that they have to win this game to really have a shot at least to have a shot at the section title. So they came out with some vengeance and they played good, and we saw a pretty good first half.
And I'll tell you what, Tony, that was a great point you made about how Belle Vernon came out. A lot of it was Trevor Kovac. He was red hot. He had that first three rattle in, and that sort of gave him all the confidence in the world. And then he buried a few after that and really gave the Leopards a lead that they could stand on.
Yeah, actually buried 3 threes in that first quarter and ended up with 11, ended up with the the second leading scorer behind Zion Moore in that first half for the Belle Vernon Leopards. And you said he was hot, but on the other side, you also had Jeremiah Hager, who busted 3 threes for Uniontown. And really, whenever they cut into that lead that Belle Vernon had early in that first quarter, it was Hager who came in, played good defense, and had 4 points in that quarter that really got the Uniontown Red Raiders back in the game.
We have seen the Uniontown Red Raiders play some strong defense here tonight, certainly for certain possessions at least. And in the second quarter, Calvin Winfrey doing a really nice job keeping up with Zion Moore. Before that, Kadrian McLeod was virtually blocking every shot the Leopards took for a little while. And now we have got a tie game after an early Leopards lead. Tony, as far as our statistics go, I know one item that stood out in my mind at the very end of that half was Jameer Braxton's foul situation. That is going to be something to monitor in the third quarter.
And it's going to be huge. And, you know, Coach Salvino's seen a lot of games, and you know well, just as well as I do, that he's going to try to go right at Jameer starting this second half to try to pick up his 4th foul. And if that happens, it's really going to change the dynamic of this for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
We'll see how the Uniontown Red Raiders respond to that. Again, our halftime stats, courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Tony, what do you have for us?
All right, let's go for the stats for the Uniontown Red Raiders. In that first half, they were led by Jeremiah Hager, who had 10 points, 3 made threes in that first half for him. Jameer Braxton followed with 9, 6 points from Notorious Grooms, 4 points from both Kadrian McLeod and Kellen Milsom, and 2 points by Calvin Winfrey. They scored 19 in the first, 16 in the second for their total of 35. They were 6 for 8 from the foul line, and they had 3 made threes, all of those at the hands of Jeremiah Hager. On the other side for the Belle Vernon Leopards, they were led in that first half by Zion Moore, who had 16 points. 12 of those came in the second quarter. He was followed by Trevor Kovach, who had 11. And as we mentioned, he made 3 threes in that first quarter alone. 4 points by Tommy Davis, 2 points by Curtis Wade, and 2 points by Alonzo Wade. They mirrored Uniontown. They also scored 19 in the first, 16 in the second for their total of 35. They were 2 for 2 from the foul line, and they also had 3 made threes, again, all by Kovach. So pretty evenly matched first half all the way around, Josh. And like we said, this is pretty much what we had expected coming in. We knew it was a crucial game for both teams, and they're playing like it is.
This game being played so far, Tony, like one that's going to have serious implications for either team. Uniontown coming in 6-0 in the conference. They have not yet lost a conference game. They're 15-2 overall. Belle Vernon 4-2 in the conference, 9-5 overall. And Tony, too, just as I'm looking at the standings here, strong overall records at the very least from Southmoreland and Elizabeth Ford. There are some very good teams in the conference this year, and certainly they have represented themselves pretty well outside the conference, too.
Right. Well, and you got to figure, too, you know, there's also a Fayette County team that's rooting very badly for Uniontown to win, and that's Albert Gallatin, because if they can get a win from Uniontown, it changes it to where if they pick up a win tonight, they're really only half a game out of the playoff spot as the 4 teams from the section are going to make the playoffs. So you got to figure it's one thing I'm sure Shea Fleener and his crew are rooting for the Uniontown Red Raiders to pull out a win here tonight.
That's very true. The Albert Gallatin Colonials sort of on an early bubble, so to speak, with some conference action left to go, but an opportunity here for the Colonials to really work their way back into things if the Leopards were to come up short here this evening. Again, your halftime stats, courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your halftime show sponsored by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, and we are about 4 minutes away. So the clock says here, although, Tony, I don't know how much we should trust it because they didn't start it for several minutes. Now they have stopped it again, and we are in the midst of what I believe is a 3-point shootout contest. So don't let Trevor Kovach or Jeremiah Hager join if you're really looking for someone from the student body to win.
Well, I got a feeling that the boosters must be controlling the clock here because they want to pick up this loop at halftime with this halftime shootout. And really, it's kind of stopping the Belle Vernon Leopards from warming up. We got a frozen clock here with 4:36 to go after it was stopped at 10 minutes to go before the duck throw or whatever it would call.
And, Tony, I'll tell you what an interesting dynamic and a great strategy. If you're Uniontown fans right now and you're here listening, get your dollars out and run down to the court and keep this 3-point shootout going because the Leopards are standing right here waiting for it to end. They have not got to touch a basketball yet.
Well, I think now we know why the game started at 7.
Right, so they could enjoy all of this extra boosters activity. The boosters enjoying quite a windfall tonight. All Our halftime show sponsored by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, and our live video stream tonight of the Uniontown at Belle Vernon matchup that you're currently enjoying, courtesy of attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP and Shop and Save Walnut Hill Plaza. You are watching the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We are going to step away for a few minutes and come back. We have at least 5 minutes before the resumption of the play here at Belle Vernon Area High School. It does look like now they're going to restart the clock, Tony. So we're about 4 minutes and 35 seconds away. We'll be right back here on 590 AM WMBS.
Kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands at Allstate.
In Uniontown, call Allstate agent Russ Blejo at 724-439-9700 or stop in Russ's office on Lebanon Avenue.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh. And I must say, they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Bruce & Chiropractic Studio is the new chiropractic office in town. Located inside Spin Unlimited, just behind the Texas Roadhouse, Dr. Stephen Lint and Dr. Brooke Sova are well-versed in the latest chiropractic and soft tissue techniques to help you get out of pain and functioning at your best. Call 724-912-6505 or go online at www.bruceandwellness.com for more information or to schedule your appointment.
You're listening to another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We're here at Belle Vernon Area High School. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula in a 35-35 tie between the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Belle Vernon Leopards. We want to take a moment right now and send out some get well wishes to Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke. Mayor Gerke, be well soon. And we've got 1 minute here before the resumption of play at Belle Vernon Area High School. Tony, both of these teams, truly, as you described very well, mirror images as far as the statistics are concerned, toe-to-toe. And for Belle Vernon, after last season, after having a good team, and you know the great run the Red Raiders had last year, but for Belle Vernon, this is your chance to show that you have always been able to hang with this Red Raider team, and it could happen right here for them tonight.
Well, this, like I said, that's what we expected. I mean, they struggled a little bit at the beginning of the year, but coming in at 9-5, and as we said, lost a tough game on Saturday night when North Hills hit a basket with 10 seconds to go, a three-pointer to lose by 1 point, and as we said, really put on a dominant performance against a good Southmoreland team last week. So it's one of those things where, we kind of expected it to be a lot different, and right now we're seeing everything that we had expected, and it's a great high school basketball game for that first half.
The Uniontown Red Raiders will now work left to right as we describe it. The Belle Vernon Leopards right to left. It will be Uniontown basketball. Notorious Grooms on the far sideline, directly opposite of where Tony and I are right now, is going to send this one in to begin the third period of play, and he sends it into Calvin Winfrey, and Winfrey has a lot of space right now, but Kovac going to quickly close that. Winfrey from the top of the key brings it our way to Braxton. Braxton has the ball poked out by Alonzo Wade, and Wade going to have a chance to lay in two over top of Braxton. Good hands by Braxton. The shot does not go, and Braxton's going to get the rebound. And Tony, he did not foul there. Nicely done.
I agree, and I was going to say the same thing, Josh. Went up straight and went for the block, but didn't body up or didn't swipe across anybody's arms to pick up that fourth foul.
The Red Raiders miss on the follow-up possession, and coming this way now, it's a pass inside to the Belle Vernon big man, number 11, Tommy Davis. He lays one in, and the Leopards are back in front, 37-35. Notorious Grooms moving against Curtis Wade, and Grooms has a lane, but before he ever gets to take the shot, no continuation for him, Tony, unfortunately. He is fouled on the floor. It will stay with the Uniontown Red Raiders.
Yeah, that's going to be Curtis Wade's second foul. And Grooms really with that burst of speed to get to the lane. And Wade really didn't have any choice but to foul him.
Grooms sends this one into Jeremiah Hager. Hager moves it up top to Winfrey. Now top of the key to McGlee. McGlee hands it off to Hager. Hager's going to make some contact here as he looks to pass, and he makes the contact with Wade, but Tony, the foul is called against Wade.
Well, I thought Wade kind of reached in there a little bit, and Hager tried to make a move, and really they called it for impeding his progress there on the play, so that's going to be 3 on Wade.
Alonzo Wade now matched up with Braxton. The pass going to go to Braxton on the near block. He pops it out to Hager. Hager for 3, and he drills it right in front of Zion Moore. And Tony, if I didn't know any better, I would think Moore had a little piece of him there too. Ball back here now with Zion Moore trying to answer. 3 off the wing, no good. Strong rebound by Kadrian McGlee. He moves it out on the outlet to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey jogs across the timeline. Now wants to drive. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, good screen there by Kovac as Kovac and Winfrey collide with Uniontown Area High School Athletic Director Harry Kaufman. Not the kind of man you want to collide with on the baseline.
No, especially Kovac. I think Harry got him a little bit there. But fortunately, nobody hurt. Nothing happened there. But tight quarters here on the baseline whenever you come to Belle Vernon. You got to be extremely careful. It's all padded, but luckily they ran into Harry there.
Kovac calling out the play for his team. He's going to have plenty of space here as he crosses the center line, moves it away from us to Wade. Now back up top. Curtis Wade gets it from Alonzo. High post jumper from Davis, no good. Rebound goes to Alonzo Wade, who's going to draw a foul on the rebound effort. And a nice cut there by Wade to find a way to the rebound.
And it's going to be on Hager.
It's going to be Uniontown's first foul of the half. Will be against Hager. He now has 2. Pass inside to Davis.
Great
Easy block by McGlee. Goodness. And the ball now with Notorious Grooms. A little pass ahead to Braxton, and it's an easy 2 points for the Uniontown Red Raiders, who go up by 3. Pass goes ahead now. Alonzo Wade on the far sideline. Wade up top to Kovac. Kovac to our wing to Curtis Wade. Nice drive by him, but the floater won't go. Now it's Braxton feeding it ahead to Hager. And this ball is going to stay with Uniontown. They're going to say off of Kovac's hands. A little bit of contact there too, Tony, and I think Hager did a nice job trying to sell it, but apparently the official did not see enough to call.
No, I would agree with you. I don't think it was really a foul. I think Hager tried to sell it, but again, impressive defense on the backside by Braxton not to pick up his 4th foul, and he's going to get fouled there.
Braxton got the inbound pass, drove to the far block, went up with the ball. It was smacked out of his hands. And this one is also going to be called against Curtis Wade, who now has his 3rd personal foul.
Well, both Wades have 3 now, and that's big for Belle Vernon. Really not a deep bench here. Coach Salvino does not play a whole lot of players. So 3 fouls on both Wades. As we said, 3 on Braxton on the other side.
Braxton will have a chance to shoot 2 now in a 3-point game. The Red Raiders lead 40-37. 5:57 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Braxton going to take his time with the first shot. It's on its way and nearly perfect right through. And he gets a couple of high fives from his teammates as the Red Raiders now are up 2 possessions, 41-37. Braxton, second shot. Here it comes. And that one's also good, 42-37. Now the Leopards are going to need to find an answer. The Red Raiders have earned themselves here a 5-point lead. Bounce pass our way to Alonzo Wade, and Wade wants to take a timeout, and he gets it. It's a full timeout, a 60-second timeout here taken at Belle Vernon Area High School. You're listening to a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network will be back in 60 seconds.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacement, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, Attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call Attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200. That's 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School here on 590 WMBS. It is Leopards basketball. Uniontown leads 42-37, 5:49 to play. Alonzo Wade sends this one in to Kovac. Coming back our way to Curtis Wade, up top to Kovac. Uniontown Red Raiders not giving him anything even close to a look as he moves it to the far wing to Alonzo Wade. Big arcing pass back to Kovac, and now Kovac and Alonzo Wade going to play across the court back and forth. Now Wade has it on the far sideline. One more to Kovac. All the way over here, Kovac baseline drive, and he's going to travel before he can get the shot off. And Tony Kovac sort of willed himself all the way in there, but then ran out of real estate.
Well, he went in with the bigs, and Kadrian McLee was there looking for his 7th block of the night, and that was the difference. And Uniontown, the last couple times down, have been in a box and one. You have Winfrey guarding Zion Moore.
Here's Notorious Grooms in the paint. He's going to be fouled. He had just got the pass from McLee as he cut through.
Number 3, Kovac.
And this one is going to be a second foul against Trevor Kovac, the junior guard for the Leopards, who had such an impressive first quarter. Uniontown bounces this one into Braxton. Braxton's going to toss it out to Winfrey. Now to Grooms in the corner. One more to Braxton. Braxton wanted yet again one more to McLee, but this one's picked off, and it's Leopards basketball. Zion Moore ahead to Kovac. Now here's Curtis Wade. Wade collides with McLee. I think that might have been a block there, Tony.
It was a block.
Ball goes out to Kovac. He's way off the mark this time. The ball goes off of Zion Moore. And Zion Moore and Calvin Winfrey were right there neck and neck as they have been this whole game. And the official will say, hey, Zion, that was off of you, unfortunately. Uniontown basketball. Pass comes into Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey, far sideline, going to work our way now. McLee, little screen. Calvin floats one up for two, and easily done. Uniontown up 44-37. The Red Raiders, when they want to, can really make it look easy on some of those floaters. The accuracy is incredible. Here's Zion Moore coming the other way. High post to Davis. Thought about the give and go. Instead, he's going to move it out to Alonzo Wade, then right back to Davis. High post jumper, and the freshman knocks down a two. 44-39, 4:22 to play. Notorious Grooms finding space against Curtis Wade, driving the whole way, goes up, no good. Rebound, Curtis Wade to Zion Moore. Moore has the ball. No, taken away.
Whoa.
Taken away by Jameer Braxton, and they will call Braxton with his 4th foul. Oh, my goodness, Tony. We've got to get instant replay. I don't know.
No, I don't know if we need it for that call. I think that was all ball. I thought that was a beautiful steal by Braxton.
He took the ball off of Zion Moore. Simply took it out of his hands, never touched Moore. And Milsom's going to check in here for Braxton. Braxton has his 4th personal foul.
Well, let's see who's going to step up for the Red Raiders here now. You're going to need some scoring.
Moore knocks down the second shot, 44-41. 4:08 to play. Calvin Winfrey on the far sideline, going to weave our way to the top of the key. Now he kicks a pass out to Milsom. Milsom goes right back to Winfrey for three. This one off the mark. Davis, though, not able to corral it. He loses it across the baseline, and it's a break for the Uniontown Red Raiders, who hold on to lead by 3, 3:57 to play. Here in the third quarter, Grooms trying to get one over top of Curtis Wade, and he's not able to. It's going to be stolen by Zion Moore. He was looking for Milsom. Now Moore wants to drive, and a wild approach to the basket is not successful. It's a rebound from McGlee. He moves it our way to Grooms. Grooms, big pass over to Milsom. Milsom off the baseline, wants to go up. He's blocked by Davis. Davis going to get a hold of the ball, too. Now he's fighting for possession against Grooms. Moves it over, far sideline to Moore. One more pass ahead to Kovac. Kovac is now blocked, and it's a beautiful block by Uniontown's number 10, Kellen Milsom. But Milsom then, as everyone was scrambling for the ball, is going to be called for a foul. So the officials here
number 10, Milsom, his second, team's third,
really calling a tight game whenever the Red Raiders are playing defense.
Yeah, it was a tough call there. Milsom looked like he made the block, and then after he went after the loose ball, just kind of got tripped up. But he picks up his second foul.
Ball goes to Kovac to Wade. Now inside to Curtis Wade. That was Alonzo to Curtis. Curtis can't get it to go. Rebound Grooms. Grooms wants to take it all the way. Battles through Kovac.
Oh.
And now we're going to have an offensive foul called against Notorious Grooms, as Kovac was clearly backpedaling when he and Grooms collided. Kovac is sent to the hardwood, but Grooms is called with the foul.
Yeah, I actually thought Kovac might have just tripped over his own feet as he was backing up. I don't think Notorious pushed off, but referees didn't see it that way, and guess what? They're closer than we are. We say it all the time.
Alonzo Wade to Zion Moore, back to Wade. Wade going to work his way across the center line. Very casually moves it to Kovac, far wing, back up top to Wade. And Grooms is going to jump the high post pass. And Grooms is going to take it against Wade, but he won't get it to go. And it's a rebound tied up between Winfrey and Davis. And the tie-up is called a foul against Calvin Winfrey.
I thought it was going to be a jump ball call, but they called it on Winfrey. So now Winfrey with 2 fouls. And that's going to be 5 fouls here in this quarter. So it's going to send Belle Vernon to the line, which may not be a bad thing, though, Josh, because they only shoot 53% from the line as a team. So right now, every foul is going to be 2 shots for him. So Davis is going to go to the line, where he's only a 42% free throw shooter on the year for the Leopards.
Tony, I can't believe 4 of those 5 calls, a couple of them were incredible. Davis gets the first one. 44-42. The Red Raiders here with absolutely no luck in that regard so far in this quarter, at least. Davis going to shoot a second one. He could make this a 1-point ball game. And this one is on its way, and it's good. Red Raider basketball pass over the baseline to Grooms. Grooms skips one over to Winfrey, and Winfrey comes across the timeline, letting the play develop. He moves it to Milsom. Milsom comes off our wing, dribbles the high post, jumper off the side of the rim, rebound Kovac. 2:40 to play here in quarter number 3. Trevor Kovac with the basketball, charges across the center line, matched up against Grooms. And now he finds a lane, and he's blocked by Kadrian McGlee. And that was an example of seeing a hint of daylight for just a second. And Kadrian said, hold on, I've got a little bit of hand I would like to share with you, and blocks him out of bounds. Ball moves up top. Curtis Wade to Davis, back to Wade on the give and go. Wade goes up for 2, no good. Davis is going to have the tip in, and the Leopards have a 1-point lead, and that gets everyone off their feet at the Belle Vernon Area High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders had led by 5 not that long ago. Here's a pass to Ellsworth from the corner on the 3, no good. Rebound Davis. Winfrey had one at Ellsworth on the 3 ball, and Ellsworth is just off the mark. Now Moore to Kovac. Kovac going to fake a shot. Now he pulls it way back and retreats to near the center line. Moves it our way to Curtis Wade. Wade way out on top. Here's Kovac on the cut. One more pass near block to Davis. Davis goes up over top. No good. And the rebound. This is going to be a call finally against the Belle Vernon Leopards.
And that's going to be on Curtis Wade, and that's going to be his 4th foul. So that's a big foul. He's played some great defense so far tonight for the Leopards. And that's going to be their 5th foul as well. So they're going to send the Red Raiders to the line where they shoot a little bit better, 70% as a team on the year.
Shooting for Uniontown, number 10, Kellen Milsom, the 6'2 junior guard. And he'll have a chance here to put the Red Raiders back in front. Milsom takes his time, and he's going to send the first one on its way, and it's good. Braxton going to check back in for Uniontown.
Not so sure I'd send him back in just yet. Minute 45 to go in the third quarter. Pretty risky move here by Coach Kazmarski, but
especially with some of the calls that have gone against Uniontown.
I would agree.
You can't breathe on the Leopards. That one going to roll out, and the rebound pulled down by the Leopards. Ball moves our way to Kovac. Kovac going to float a pass over to Moore. Dangerous pass, but he gets it in. Moore, one more to Alonzo Wade for three. This one skips around but falls out. Rebound goes to McGlee. Braxton gets the outlet pass, and Braxton going to run point this time. Brings it our way. Little crossover here, matched up against Alonzo Wade. Off the screen from McGlee. Beats Wade to the left. But this time it's Tommy Davis, the Leopards big man, who stands at 6'6", who sends that shot across the baseline. 45 all, 1:17 to play. Grooms will send this one in front of an open doorway here at Belle Vernon Area High School. And we're going to have some contact, and it's against Braxton.
Wow.
They're going to call Braxton with a push-off on the inbound.
That's going to do it. He's going to foul out.
This court, Team 6 of the quarter.
And it will be Belle Vernon basketball, since that was an offensive violation. No shots for the Leopards.
They only have him for 4 fouls? Interesting.
We'll take it, Tony.
I would agree.
Alonzo Wade moves one ahead to Kovac, then back to Wade, top of the key. Skips one our way. This is number 5 on the three-pointer, and hitting it is Dominic Galani. And now Belle Vernon leads by 3, 48-45, and this place is raucous. Everyone is off their feet. Winfrey to the corner, and Milsom up top to Jeremiah Hager. Hager off the drive from the top of the key, turned around by Davis, moves it out to Milsom. A lot of contact, no call. One more pass to Winfrey in the corner for 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Kovac. He skips one over to Zion Moore. Moore, a big throw ahead to Wade. Wade gets one over top of McGlee, and a foul is called way after the shot. And it's called against McGlee. Kadrian McGlee had time to land, turn around, and hear the whistle.
Wow.
That is his third. 48-45 with Alonzo Wade at the foul line. Wade, the 6'3" junior guard. He sends one up and good. Checking in for Uniontown will be number 14, the 6' senior guard, Eric Townsend.
Townsend just going to give McLee a little breather for this 37.9 seconds to go in this third quarter.
49-45, Alonzo Wade, who, for lack of a better way of saying it, does some of the dirty work here. Sends this one on its way and gets it.
Jude Minetti in for the Leopards.
Eric Townsend bounces this one into Notorious Grooms. Grooms picks it up with 36 seconds to play. Across the timeline, working against Zion Moore. Moves it to Winfrey. Winfrey with Moore staying with him. Easy pass to Grooms. Grooms to the lane for 2, and he gets it. 23 seconds to play. A pass into Zion Moore. Moore coming the other way. Calvin Winfrey awaits. 16 seconds to play. Ball comes up top to Kovac. Kovac on the drive, looking to beat Milsom, won't have it. Rebound Townsend. Townsend, outlet pass to Winfrey. Winfrey with 1 second on the clock goes up for 2, and he'll have it. Calvin Winfrey, make it count. It's 50-49 here at Belle Vernon Area High School, and we've reached the end of the third quarter on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. You're listening to 590 AM WMBS. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Take the back. Fayette County's got it. Convenient and comfortable. Take the back. Anywhere in Fayette County, we'll get you there. Take the back. Safe and reliable. Take the back. Fast and fun. Ride the back. Come ride the back today.
With all this snow, I don't know how I'll get to the doctor's office and get my shopping done. At my age, I can't drive in this weather.
Don't fret. Let FACT do the work.
FACT?
Yes, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. They Just make a reservation the day before your trip by 2 p.m. Call the FACT office at 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com.
Thanks. I'll call FACT right now.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School. We have what may arguably be one of the best games of the season in this conference so far. Section 3, 4A, Belle Vernon 50, Uniontown 49. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network here on 590 AM WMBS. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Anula. The Leopards basketball. Alonzo Wade backs his way through the paint. He's going to pop a pass to high post to Davis. It rattles out. It's an easy rebound for Braxton, who is indeed back in the game, and he lifts one over to Grooms. Grooms wants to work against Curtis Wade, and he takes Curtis all the way to school. I'm assuming Curtis is a student here, but Notorious made sure he was here either way. Grooms for two, 51-50. Coming the other way now, Zion Moore. Moore wants to drive, and he's going to draw plenty of contact from the Uniontown Red Raiders, does Zion Moore. And now Moore is going to get a visit to the charity stripe here with 7:21 to play in this game, a 1-point Uniontown lead. Tony, what a great ending to the third quarter for the Uniontown Red Raiders. They get two quick baskets, great drive by Notorious Grooms, and then a stop. And then Calvin Winfrey, with the awareness of knowing he was down to fractions of a second, gets the look he wants, goes up and lays it in. That was a high-pressure shot.
Every bit of. Didn't think he was going to get it off in time, but he did.
Moore gets the first one to tie this game at 51. We have seen quite a few ties so far tonight. Quite a few lead changes. Zion Moore sends the second one up, and it's good. 52-51. Belle Vernon leads the Uniontown Red Raiders. Calvin Winfrey with the basketball. And Trevor Kovach is going to wait for him. McGlee comes to screen. Calvin with all the space in the world, but he's blocked by Davis at the end of the play. Big pass now ahead to Alonzo Wade, and Wade is blocked by Kadrian McGlee. Ball goes to Winfrey. Winfrey's pass ahead, tipped, but Winfrey saves it himself. And Notorious Grooms from the wing misses a three. Winfrey with the rebound, has it knocked away, but Belle Vernon gets the call. And the official says Calvin touched it one more time after Alonzo Wade struck the basketball from his hands. And we saw the same thing that Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski saw. That happened right in front of him. This ball going to come in from Alonzo Wade to Zion Moore. The Leopards trying now to safeguard a 1-point advantage. Screen from Davis. Pass comes our way to Wade. Wade for three, and that one is good. And Alonzo Wade has just made this a 4-point basketball game. Ball comes into Notorious Grooms. Grooms wants a screen, looking for help. He's working against Moore. Pass to Winfrey. One more to Braxton. Nice pass back inside to Grooms. He fires it through the coverage to Hager for three. Wow. And Jeremiah Hager buries a three, and that's going to trigger a timeout here at Belle Vernon Area High School. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be right back.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Colorectal cancer is common and often lethal. Screening is preventative and should begin at age 45, unless a person has a strong family history of colon cancer, when 40 is the recommended age. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I encourage everyone to follow these guidelines, as this can be a lifesaver. For more information, call our team at U.S. Digestive Health, 724-437-7677.
To Belle Vernon Area High School, Joshua Scully alongside Tony Anula here on WMBS. We've got a classic unfolding here tonight between the Belle Vernon Leopards and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Write it down when you watched or listened this one. It's going to be talked about for a long time. 55-54. Pass comes into Zion Moore and back to Alonzo Wade with 6:22 to play. Alonzo Wade matched up here against Braxton. He's going to cross over, looking for some space, thinks better of it. Now he will try the drive, and he pulls up over top of Braxton. No good. Easy rebound for Braxton. And Braxton going to move it over to Hager. Hager on our wing. Big pass over now, opposite wing to Calvin Winfrey, top of the key. Kadrian McGlee. Grooms coming up for the basketball, gets the handoff. Kovach right there with him. Grooms on the nice lead pass to Braxton. Braxton up for two, draws a lot of contact, and no call there, Tony. They were both in the air off their feet, and definitely some contact. The ball will stay with Uniontown.
Yeah, I thought Davis was going to pick up the foul there. Kind of bodied Jameer as he went to the basket, but no call. Uniontown does retain possession.
Inbound pass goes to McGlee, to Hager, back to Braxton. Braxton goes up for two, comes up short, rebound Davis. Davis has played a strong game tonight, Tony. Considering he's only a freshman, he's doing a great job out there.
Having a great game so far. 9 in the third quarter alone for his 13 tonight.
Hager nearly jumps a pass to Curtis Wade. Ball goes to Zion Moore. The Leopards in no hurry. They lead by a point with 5:25 to play. Moore now wants to drive. Calvin Winfrey there with him every step of the way. And although Calvin had basically screened him out of ever getting to the basket, they will call the blocking foul on Calvin Winfrey. Moore had picked up his dribble and had just run out of floor. He was going to step across the baseline. Calvin, unfortunately, going to be called with the foul here. And Zion Moore is going to step up to shoot two. 55-54. Sorry, Tony.
No, you're fine. I've got Moore for 20 so far here tonight, Josh.
And I believe that's close to his average. He's got 21 now. Zion Moore coming into this one good for 25 points a game, so he's right on pace to what he typically does.
7 for 7 from the line here tonight as well.
We'd love to see him go 7 for 8 right here. This one is good. And we're going to have a brief stoppage in play here. The official's going to confer with the score table. 5:22 to play, 57-54.
Last 2 points in the last basket. Zion Moore has now scored 1,000 points.
And we're going to stop here to congratulate Zion Moore. What a gifted young man. The 6'3 junior guard has been electric tonight. And he has just scored 1,000 points. And he's done it from all parts of the court. Congratulations to number 2 for the Belle Vernon Leopards. And he's going to get some handshakes and an opportunity for a photo here and a big smile. What a night for him, no matter how this one shakes out. Zion Moore has played a great game, and he is now a 1,000-point scorer. With a lot of career left here, Tony, Zion Moore is only a junior.
Yeah, with a lot of career left, and that didn't count the 39 points that he scored at Monessen during his freshman year. So he's got over 1,400 points right now. So, and we said one of the prolific scorers here in the WPIL this last couple of years.
Quick pass in here to Winfrey in a 3-point basketball game. And Winfrey has the ball nearly stolen by Kovac. It goes out of bounds right in front of the Leopards student section. It will stay with the Uniontown Red Raiders. Stepping out here, Notorious Grooms. And Grooms has to send this one in right in front of that student section. And they're going to let him hear it.
They're pretty rowdy over there. Got a great crowd here tonight.
Big pass over to Kadrian McGlee. Indeed we do. And the handoff to Winfrey, who's going to let the play develop. He stands way outside. Plenty of space here. Wide berth for Calvin. And his pass over to Hager is tipped away by Kovac. It will stay with Uniontown. And this time it's going to be Jeremiah Hager who steps in front of the score table. Curtis Wade right there with him. Hager wants to get this one to Calvin. He will. And Calvin is going to be fouled. And that's a big call, Tony. That is against Curtis Wade, number 1. That should be number 5.
No, they're going to give that to Kovac. Oh, that's his 3rd. And you're right, it would have been a big call because that would have, if it was on Curtis Wade, that would have been his 5th, I'm sorry.
So a break for the Leopards. Ball comes in here to Winfrey, to Grooms on the baseline. Back up top to Hager. One more to Winfrey. Back to Hager for 3 off the wing. This one skips off the side of the rim. No good. That would have tied the basketball game. Instead, it's going to stay a Leopards lead, 57-54.
Nilsson going to check in now for Hager. Hager going to get a well-deserved rest here with 4:50 to go in the 4th quarter.
He's had a great game here tonight. Ball comes into Zion Moore. Moore, of course, just scored 1,000 points. Tremendous athlete he is. And he comes across the timeline. Calvin Winfrey right there with him. Davis tries to screen. Winfrey fights through it, stays right with him. Now Winfrey going to trade and go to Wade on the pass. Alonzo Wade dribbles this one out, 4:30 to play. Davis wants to screen again. Wade not finding much space. Now he's going to defer to Moore, but before he does that, Wade will travel. And Tony, I know 4 minutes and 29 seconds in any basketball game, a long time, but these possessions are becoming all the more valuable for both teams.
Every bit of, Josh, you're right. And there's a bad pass there, but it's going to stay with the Red Raiders, fortunately.
And this is a break for Uniontown as the baseline official is going to decide. The ball last touched Alonzo Wade on the way out, and so here's Braxton on the baseline to send this one in. Lets the play develop, goes to Grooms. 4:20 remaining in the game. Grooms on the far wing, McGlee to screen. Gives Grooms the high post jumper. Grooms knocks it down. 57-56. Ball comes into Zion Moore. Calvin Winfrey with him every step of the way. Once again, Calvin has been Zion Moore's personal escort tonight. Ball goes across to Kovac, and Kovac will bury a three. And it's 60-56. Uniontown looking for an answer. Milsom, the pass out of the corner. Back to Grooms, who had brought it down. Grooms now wants to drive. Instead kicks it out to Winfrey. Here comes Braxton with the pass off the baseline. No good. It's going to be a rebound for Curtis Wade. And Wade goes to Zion Moore. Moore stares down Calvin Winfrey. And we've got a timeout taken here. It's going to be a full timeout. So you're listening to another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds.
Currently in their first year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Sova & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Sova & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Take it from me, Matt Sapienza, an actual satisfied customer. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Family owned and operated for 61 years. Always proud to support local high school sports.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School here on 590 AM WMBS. Alonzo Wade sends this one into Zion Moore. Moore tries to drive the baseline. He's going to circle around, kicks it out to Kovac on the near wing. Kovac looking for some purchase here against Notorious Grooms. He's not going to find much, and instead he's going to bounce a pass over to Alonzo Wade. Wade goes inside to Moore. Moore is going to be fouled, and the baseline official there, Tony, is calling held ball. But unfortunately, he's going to be overruled.
It's going to be a call on Milsom.
Team's third in the quarter.
His third and team third in the quarter. So, but they are going to call it a shooting foul. So Moore back to the line, where tonight he's 8 for 8.
And the first shot for Moore is on the way and good. Zion Moore, just prior to our last break, won over the 1,000-point scoring threshold here in his career as a Belle Vernon Leopard. And he has done a great job for the Leopards tonight. Second one is going to come up short. That's his first miss. And Wade, Alonzo Wade, fights the rebound out, so it's going to stay with the Leopards. Ball goes to Moore. Moore has the ball poked out by Winfrey, recovers, goes up off the glass, no good. McGlee with the rebound. He's going to move it over to Grooms. Grooms now sends it to our wing for Calvin Winfrey for three, no good. And the rebound is going to go to Braxton inside, then it's ripped away by Wade. Pass to Curtis Wade, ahead to Kovac for two, no good. And it's going to be goaltending, I think, is going to be the call here, Tony.
They're going to call a good hoop by Kovac, but to be honest with you, I didn't think he had enough to put it in the basket.
I don't think he did either.
That's interesting right there. I mean, the crowd was yelling for goaltending, and they gave it to him, but I didn't think he had enough spin on it to get it to the rim.
I think it's already on its way back out before Calvin ever touches it.
I would agree with you.
63-56. Here's a three-point look from Hager, and it's good. And the Uniontown Red Raiders cut it back down to 4, 63-59. And we're going to have a full timeout here taken on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
We are live from Belle, Vernon, Pennsylvania in a 63-59 ball game. It's a Leopards basketball. Pass comes into Moore. The Red Raiders giving plenty of pressure here. Pass down the sideline to Curtis Wade. Now across to Kovac up top. It's going to be Alonzo Wade. Moves it back over to his brother Curtis, and one more pass to Moore in the corner. Moore wants to drive, goes up, and Kadrian McGlee gets in the way just enough. No foul either. And it's going to be Raider basketball on the Hager rebound. Here comes Grooms on the handoff. Grooms passes it through. Here's Milsom for three out of the corner. No good. And the rebound goes to Kovac. Kovac throws a big one ahead to Curtis Wade. Grooms right there with him, and there's going to be a travel. No, it'll be a foul.
Yeah, there was a reach. Grooms kind of grabbed him across the arm as he was getting that pass. Only the second foul on Grooms for the night. That's the team's fourth. So both sides, I'm sorry, Belle Vernon only has one team foul here in this fourth quarter.
So Uniontown will need to be very careful here over the next moment at least until they want to start fouling should the situation dictate that. Pass comes in here to Zion Moore. Moore with Winfrey there on his hip. Going to move it over to Curtis Wade, then up top to Alonzo Wade. And right now the Leopards are ready to stall. They hand it off to Kovac. Kovac back up to Curtis. Down to Kovac on the wing, and they're going to see if Uniontown will come to them. A big leading pass inside to number 11, Tommy Davis. Davis spins around, fires a pass out, and it's stolen by Uniontown. Notorious Grooms ahead to Jeremiah Hager for two, and count it. It's 63-61. The Red Raiders are down two. Alonzo Wade, followed by Notorious Grooms, and the Raiders nearly steal this pass. Ahead to Kovac. Hager had a hand on it. Now it's ahead to Curtis Wade. Up top to Kovac. Hager there with him. Zion Moore going to get the basketball. Stares down Calvin Winfrey. Thinks about a drive. Decides not. Now he wants to. And he's cut off by Grooms at the end, but he floats one up for two. 1:18 to play. Ball comes into Calvin Winfrey. It's a 4-point game. Winfrey off the screen from Grooms. Goes right back to him. Grooms working against Moore. Fires one out to Hager. Hager going to just barely try to save this one from a backcourt violation. He does. And it's going to turn into a three-point look that rattles out from Braxton. Thought for sure he had that one. McGlee on the pass. Over to Hager. Hager. And his pass is picked off by Kovac. And it's Kovac with Winfrey in front of him. He goes up for two and he's fouled. Shot's no good. 65-61. 50 seconds to play.
They're going to call that foul on Calvin Winfrey. That's going to send Kovac to the line. Kovac has yet to take a foul shot here tonight, but he's got 16 points.
The Uniontown Red Raiders will take their positions as we anticipate this foul shot. And there's some conversation here at the score table, but we're ready for number 3, Trevor Kovac, the 5'8" junior guard, to step in where he will shoot two. And here's the first one. It's going to roll in off the front of the rim. 66-61. The Belle Vernon Leopards battled back from being down 5 in the third quarter, find themselves up 5 now with 50 seconds to play, and now they're up 6. And we'll have a full timeout taken by the Belle Vernon Leopards on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry would like to thank everyone who voted them Best Law Firm and Criminal Defense Attorney in the 2023 Best in Fayette contest. The T-Berry Law Office specializes in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their new website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big result. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
We're back here at Belle Vernon Area High School where it is Uniontown Red Raider basketball. And the Red Raiders now trail by 6, 67-61. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula here on 590 AM WMBS. The ball rolled into Calvin Winfrey, and Winfrey with Kovac step for step. Pass here to Braxton. Braxton off our wing on the drive. He goes up for two, and he'll have it. 40 seconds left. And that's going to trigger a timeout from the Uniontown Red Raiders. We'll have a full timeout here taken by Uniontown at Belle Vernon Area High School. We'll step away for another minute.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Simpson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School. 40 seconds to play. Leopards basketball. The Red Raiders in a full court press. Pass comes into Curtis Wade, and the Red Raiders are all over him. He'll be fouled right here in front of the score table. And that one's going to be called against the Uniontown Red Raiders, number 10, the 6'2 junior guard, Kellen Milsom. And this will send Curtis Wade to the foul line. The Uniontown Red Raiders trail by 4. 38.1 seconds to play, and right now the Red Raiders are going to need some misses. Curtis Wade, as Tony has just pointed out to me, not especially good from the foul line. Just 10 of 28 this season, 36%. And here's the first one from Wade. It's no good, off the base of the rim. Jeremiah Hager going to check in. Tony, this is big because if you're the Uniontown Red Raiders, you could easily work this down to 2 points off a miss.
Without a doubt. And you really don't want to do it you really don't want him to make it, because even if they set up full court pressure, it's just going to take more time off the clock.
The second one is no good, and it's a rebound. It's going to be a foul against Alonzo Wade. He was on top of Jeremiah Hager. Uniontown basketball, 36 seconds here. The Red Raiders need 4 points, but they do have the basketball. And Tony, maybe now they know who to foul in the future. Ball comes into Calvin Winfrey, then right back to Notorious Grooms. Grooms moves it over to Braxton on the wing. One more to Grooms, who worked his way down to the baseline. Grooms passes it through to McGlee, right back to Grooms. Grooms pulls down a 3, moves it to Hager, 23 seconds to play. Hager now going to launch a 3, no good off the front of the rim, and the rebound is pulled down by Tommy Davis. And Davis is going to be immediately fouled. Davis also not especially strong from the foul line this season. He's a little bit better than Curtis Wade. 8 for 19, 42%. But the Uniontown Red Raiders now,
1 for 2 here tonight.
Really need him to miss one at the very least. And Davis will step up. He's going to stare at the word Leopards right along the foul line here at Belle Vernon Area High School. First one on the way. It rolls out.
Milsom back in for the Red
Checking
Raiders.
in for Uniontown, number 10, Kellen Milsom.
You gotta wonder, taking Hager out. Hager has 6 threes here tonight for the Red Raiders.
Davis to send shot number 2 on its way. It's good. 5-point game. 68-63. Here's Calvin Winfrey. Full head of steam. Moves one. Pass over to Grooms on the wing, and Grooms wanted to float one into McGlee, but it's over top of McGlee's head. 9 seconds to play, 68-63. And this is Alonzo Wade to Kovac. Kovac fouled quickly by Calvin Winfrey. And this is going to send Kovac to the foul line.
I think that's going to do it for Winfrey. That's going to be his fifth.
Of the contest.
And we're going to see Isaac Ellsworth replace Winfrey. Kovac, stronger shooter from the foul line with 8.7 seconds to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders need a couple of misses here. And then a quick and big shot. First shot from Kovac is no good. It's going to roll out.
8.7 going to be tough. You got to get it down the floor quick. You need a 2 or a 3, but one way or the other, going to have to score quick, and it's a big basket here.
Here's Kovac. He's good on this one. It'll be 6 points. Ball comes into Braxton. Braxton going to take it to the middle himself. Has a lane the whole way, uncontested. Lays it in for 2. 69-65 is going to be your final. The Belle Vernon Leopards hold on here in the fourth quarter to deal the Uniontown Red Raiders their third loss of the season and their first conference loss this year. We're going to step away for a few minutes, and we'll be right back with your postgame show being brought to you tonight by Peach & Pharmacy. Peach & Pharmacy in the downtown Connersville Peach & Market, same hours, and free prescription delivery from the Peach & Pharmacy. We'll be right back here on WMBS.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from 7-time President Award-winning Ford Uniontown. Dom, is it true we have over 90 pre-owned vehicles on the lot?
John, we have more pre-owned vehicles now than we've ever had. Cars, trucks, SUVs, we got them. Both Ford and non-Ford, most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates. So, John, what's new with new?
Well, Dom, I'm glad you asked. Listen to this. All 2023 F-150s have 1.9% for up to 72 months. That's right, XLs, XLTs, Lariats, all models except for Raptor. And get this, Ford has a huge push on all 2023 SUVs with great rates on Escape, Edge, Bronco Sport, and don't forget the Explorer and Expedition. Stop, click, or call for complete details.
Remember, we still offer online maintenance appointments and no-charge pickup and delivery to your work and home.
Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Must finance with Ford Motor Credit. Not all buyers will qualify.
I'm Bill Martin, and along with my partner Trip Radcliffe and Rob Harper, are attorneys at Radcliffe Martin Law. Our primary focus at Radcliffe Martin Law is representing people hurt in accidents. However, we handle workers' compensation claims, estate planning, real estate matters, and class actions. Radcliffe Martin Law is your hometown firm that offers conveniences not possible with Pittsburgh firms and provides better service than those firms. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. 724-439-3930.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement. And their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dual-A trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions was originated. The new state-of-the-art facility at Target Safety Solutions is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick and Mike are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at 724-562-2960. That's 724-562-2960 for Target Safety Solutions, located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown.
Emidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Emidar Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their Uniontown office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Welcome back to Belle Vernon Area High School, where the Uniontown Red Raiders have come up just short against the Belle Vernon Leopards. You're listening to the postgame show being brought to you tonight by Peach and Pharmacy and the Connellsville Peach and Market, located in downtown Connellsville. Same hours and free prescription delivery. Your postgame stats tonight, courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Tony, what do you want to share with us tonight after this one?
Well, we'll go over some stats here real quick for the victorious Belle Vernon Leopards, who improved now to 10-5 overall. They improved to 5-2 in Section 3 4A play. They were led tonight by Zion Moore, who had 25 points, 12 of those coming in the second quarter. He was followed by Trevor Kovach, who had 19, had 4 made threes during the game. Tommy Davis with a good second half, 10 points in the second, 14 for his total. 6 points from Alonzo Wade, 1 made three by Dominic Galani, and a made basket by Curtis Wade. They scored 19 in the first, 16 in the second, 15 in the third, 19 in the fourth for their total of 69. 6 made threes, 4 by Kovach, 1 by Alonzo Wade, and 1 by Galani. And they were 17 for 23 from the foul line in this game tonight. So great foul shooting, especially by Zion Moore, who went 8 for 9 from the line. For the Uniontown Red Raiders, who now dropped to 15-3 overall, and they suffer their first section loss, so now 6-1 in the section. Still on top, but now it gets a little bit closer. They were led by Jeremiah Hager, who had 21 points. He had 6 made threes, all the made threes for the Uniontown Red Raiders here tonight. He was followed by Jameer Braxton, who had 17, Notorious Grooms, who had 12, 6 points from Calvin Winfrey, 5 from Kellen Milsom off the bench, and 4 points by Kadrian McLeod. 19 in the first, 16 in the second, 14 in the third, 17 in the fourth for their total of 65. They were only 9 for 12 from the foul line, and we said 6 made threes, all of those by Jeremiah Hager.
Jeremiah Hager, a great game this evening, and Zion Moore also going over the 1,000-point threshold in his career here as a Belle Vernon Leopard. He had a wonderful game. Your post-game stats courtesy of the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. And again, the post-game show being brought to you by the Peach and Pharmacy. Peach and Pharmacy in the downtown Connellsville Peach and Market, same hours and free prescription delivery. You were listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. As you heard Tony just share, Uniontown dropping to 6-1 in the conference. Belle Vernon improving to 5-2. Tony, I want to thank you for all of your help tonight. It was great to work with you again, and I'm very much looking forward to the next time when you join us here on 590 AM WMBS. We also want to give one final thank you to our live stream sponsor, attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP and Shop and Save Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown. We know that's how we get a lot of those national and international Red Raider fans to check out the game. So thank you for spending your evening with us here at Belle Vernon Area High School. For Tony Hanula, this is Joshua Scully. You will hear us next time.
And we're going to send you out to some bonus coverage of the Albert Gallatin Laurel Highlands game right after these messages.
Looking for a dentist?